What's up guys, today I explain you Boruto Kashin Koji's Prescience Shinjutsu. Explain. Boruto's Shinju arc is continuing with great intensity, and fans have seen quite a lot of exciting battles happen over the course of the last few chapters. But, while these battles have certainly set the world alight, there is more to these chapters than that. Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 13, in particular, has introduced fans to quite a lot of exciting details pertaining to the 3-year time skip, where fans got to see Boruto escape his pursuers. At the same time, fans found out how he became as strong as he is, along with many other bits of information. Perhaps, the most important individual that glued this all together was Kashin Koji, and the power that he possessed. Boruto TBV Chapter 13 revealed Kashin Koji to be a user of the incredible Prescience ability, which fans know to be a Shinjutsu. Shinjutsu is a classification of jutsu that fans were introduced to in the Boruto series. Similar to how jutsu are divided into many classifications, Shinjutsu is a certain type that essentially means a godly ability. This ability far more powerful than anything that the fans have seen. For instance, any ability that is infused with natural energy is a senjutsu. At the same time, powers that see the usage of ninja elements are classified as ninjutsu. Fans are already aware of what taijutsu is, and similarly, there are other types of jutsu in the world of Naruto as well. Shinjutsu, in particular, is very special, and these techniques offer a great advantage to the user. Essentially, not just anyone can cast a Shinjutsu. These abilities are only accessible to the Otsutsuki, who consume many chakra fruits, and essentially, drain the lives of many planets. After they destroy planets, they ascend to godhood, and that is precisely when they gain many powerful Shinjutsu abilities. The strongest user of these Shinjutsu powers was none other than Shibai Otsutsuki. Fans were first introduced to Shibai towards the end of Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. There, it was revealed that Shibai was quite easily the strongest of Otsutsuki. In fact, he was so powerful that he left his mortal body behind and ascended to godhood. The body that he left behind was used by Yamato, in particular, in a plethora of ways, mostly by using it to infuse his powers into his creations and give them unique abilities. When Shibai Otsutsuki left his body, his remains were used by Yamato to grant various abilities to individuals of Kara. Within the Kara, every single individual was infused with the DNA of Shibai Otsutsuki. Of course, this wouldn't mean that all of them got Shibai's powers. In fact, it was confirmed in Boruto TBV Chapter 13 that 3 of them manifested these abilities. However, some of them did not, and Kashin Koji was one of them. In the case of Code, fans know that he makes use of his claw marks, which are, essentially, a superior and far more advanced version of the Flying Thunder God. Similarly, Demon has the power to reflect all attacks directed at him, while Ada has an incredibly overpowered ability called Omnipotence. In Boruto TBV Chapter 13, it was revealed that Buro, Koji, and Delta were the only ones who did not receive these abilities. This was to be expected, because the success rate of the members of the Kara gaining these powers would of course not be 100%. Yet, when Koji fought against Ishiki, something incredible happened. Fans know he was able to overpower Jigen, but he was completely overwhelmed by Ishiki. When he was left for dead, that is precisely when his Shinjutsu called Prescience awakened. He realized that he had to stay alive in order to ensure the safety of the planet, and that is precisely why he made an escape, possibly to Mount Myoboku. Now, his jutsu has helped Boruto greatly, and fans absolutely cannot wait to see what comes next. In Boruto TBV Chapter 13, it was confirmed to the fans that Kashin Koji has a Shinjutsu as well, and that it is called Prescience. This jutsu is very special in more ways than one, and fans know that its powers can only be topped by a select few. Essentially, the power of Prescience is such that it allows the user to see a myriad of futures. The user can see the upcoming future that is going to happen at any point in time, and, at the same time, they can see other possible futures as well. This essentially means that Kashin Koji can see multiple futures that are possible, and then he can work in different ways to avoid the worst possible outcome. Of course, as Koji puts it, the future isn't linear. Every single action that an individual takes affects the future that is going to develop. And that is precisely why it is very helpful to have an ability that allows the user to change the future itself. It was by using this power that Kashin Koji came to the conclusion that Boruto Uzumaki and Kawaki would swap bodies. Because he knew it before it even happened, he was able to look past omnipotence. He did get affected by the jutsu, but because of his previous knowledge of this swap happening, He already has the truth in the back of his head. Koji saw many futures using prescience. One of them saw Naruto Uzumaki die in the battle against Ishiki, and then, the latter stealing Kawaki's body, which would then give him access to the perfect body. In this future, the planet was completely destroyed because Ishiki fulfilled his goals and likely moved on to the next planet. This future possibility was avoided, thankfully. Similarly, another possibility that Kashin Koji saw was Boruto being killed by Kawaki, and then Kawaki himself being absolutely destroyed by Code. Once again, Code would then consume the chakra fruit, and the planet would be destroyed. Kashin Koji also foresaw the coming of Shinju, and in many of the future possibilities, the planet essentially dies out because of them. According to him, this is the worst case scenario, and it has already happened. Most importantly, Kashin Koji can use this ability to train others, or even himself. For instance, he saw all the possible futures for Boruto Uzumaki, and collected all the intel he could on him using those futures. Whatever techniques he used in multiple timelines were all drilled into his current self, and because they were abilities that Boruto could use in the future, they could all be used by him in the current timeline as well. This explains why Boruto Uzumaki is as strong as he is, and how he has improved greatly in such a short period of time.